It finds Chris in the corner. Is that exactly how you drew it up?
Yeah, it actually was. Probably people are scratching their head like, why are they shooting a three when they're down one? But the possession before, we went cross screen to our big, and he got a great look. Jacob got a heck of a look. Foot in the paint, left-handed jump hook, just was a little bit short. So we thought, okay, well, let's use Gary as a decoy. He was the first curl, and then Jacob stepped up and backpick Chris, and that's the great thing of having a four that can shoot the basketball. You can really spread the floor because Chris's man was helping on the curl with Gary, and Carl timing was impeccable, and Chris got a great look and knocked it down.
Chris, just talk about the shot. As you came in, I think you hit three of the previous four, but it was a tight game. Take me through the shot, just how you wanted to set up.
Yeah, I mean, teammates had confidence in, coach had confidence in me in the timeout, and I knew that the ball was coming to me. And Jake set a great screen, like coach said, and Carl put it on the money for me.
What's it mean? You've won 3 in a row now, Chris. Just as far as this is a team that only won 3 of its first 16 games.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a rough start, but like in the locker room, we always talk about, we bent, but we haven't broken, we haven't splintered, and it's been big. People say we're a young team, but we have 5 seniors that contribute big minutes, and we're just trying to help these freshmen grow over the season.
Reed, talk about your performance in the sense of pretty steady, had and one that helped get you guys ahead a little bit. Are you feeling more comfortable now? This is about 2 or 3 good games in a row for you.
Yeah, I mean, coming now that's February, I think all of our roles have been established, and we know what to get out of every guy every night. So just the comfort level's growing, and now it's so late in the season, you kind of just get used to everything, and the experience is growing. So I think, and obviously all of our teammates confidence in me, and I have confidence in them. So it's just a great, just everyone knows their role, and it's a great way to win.
What is your reaction to winning 3 in a row? Because things probably looked a little bit bleaker maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, we always talk about, like Chris said, play our best basketball in February and don't splinter and win the day. So we had to put whatever happened behind us, and now that it's February, we're really pushing, and the last 3 games have been, really positive for us.
Can you talk about what you saw on that drive that you got across?
Yeah, it was a designed cross screen for a big, and I just saw a bad closeout by my defender, and then I knew that they'd be preoccupied trying to guard the cross screen, so by the time they reacted, I was already at the basket, and the guy fouled me, and I just flipped it up, and it went in.
Right, just how happy were you to see them shoot so well tonight?
Yeah, no, it certainly, we said it all along, when you knock shots down, it covers up a lot of warts. And, Chris got some really clean looks. The biggest thing, when you look down, we made 18 field goals, and 15 of those were assisted, which means you got guys sharing the basketball. We talk about all the time, penetration leads to helping somebody else out, not myself. And that's a pretty amazing statistic right there, is just, somebody assisted on 15 of those 18 field goals, which we're a very unselfish basketball team.
You also had a majority of your shots being threes tonight. Was that by design, or was that just the long range?
They defend ball screens really well. It's hard to explain right now, but they corral it instead of showing, and don't allow you to throw back to the fill. I know that's probably not, people don't know what the heck I'm talking about. So it's really hard to throw to the roll, and we're taught to throw back to the fill because that's where the help's coming at on the roll. With them, you got to throw ahead and head one pass and one more pass if you're going to hit the roll. We had a tough time with that tonight. Their ball screen defense is nobody else in the conference kind of does it the way they do it. And so it's just a little bit different. It's hard to describe, but so we had to go to motion, and when you're in motion, you're probably going to get more jump shots than you are post feeds. We tried a lot of different things early on to get to high-low and try to get Jacob looks, you know, the play right before Chris hit was designed a cross screen to Jacob, and he got it with 2 feet in the paint and got to his jump hook, just was right there, just ball didn't drop. So, I mean, we're trying. I'm not one to live and die by jump shots, but, you know, when you're doing that, we keep telling the guys then at timeouts, you got to drive those closeouts just like he talked about. That way you're able to get to the free throw line. That will kind of compensate from not having an inside game.
Did you do any different with Anthony being in the second half?
Carl just did a heck of a job. I mean, it's, you know, Carl had to go against Valentine with Evansville, and I mean, that's 2 pretty good efforts defensively that he's done. I mean, he had 16 at half, ends up with 22, so I mean, pretty darn good job.
Now, Ray, did you call timeout after Caird made the 3, or did they stop the clock to look at the time?
They stopped the clock to look at the time, which is still fine for us, because I would rather do that because we can set our defense. Sometimes after a made field goal, the best time, like if it's 4 seconds or more, we have a thing called Chicago. You're better off trying to push it when the defense is still trying to get matched up. Anything under 4, we would call timeout, try to set something up. But try to, you know, so it worked out in our favor. The thing I didn't realize, they kept 2.9 up there the whole time, and then all of a sudden they changed it to, was it 4?
4.3.
Yeah, which, if it would have been any more, we would have had a big on the ball so they wouldn't throw long. But with 2.9, our guy was off the ball, going to try to shadow and slow the ball down. So it worked out, so whatever.
So did you break the huddle and you thought maybe it was going to be 2.9, it says 4.3,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, I don't have a big defending the pass?
Yeah, so we did it right. I didn't realize more time was going to be added. So
Your team's got 3 in a row, and now just a terrific showdown on Saturday. What's the mindset getting ready for the trip to Cedar Falls?
you know what? Again, if you're a college athlete, it's a free swing. There is no pressure. I mean, Ben and Northern Iowa had a great season, and it's free swing. Go up there and give a great effort, and that's all I ask. That we stay dialed into the plan, give a great effort. We can all sleep at night. We'll let the chips fall where they may.
Does it help I don't know, the 3-game winning streak help a little bit though, at least for confidence to go in?
Yeah, it does. No, there's no doubt about it. It helps. It helps everybody. It helps Sandy get sleep at night. It helps the entire athletic department. Just you know, feel a little bit better about yourself, get some confidence. I don't know if we could have won that game a month ago with the ebbs and flows, and then having to make a couple key stops and having to run 2 efficient sets at the other end. So it's funny, you can ask these guys, we just worked on that. What was the last thing we did at shoot around today is out of bounds on the side with 8 seconds to go, and we needed a 3. So it's funny how we usually don't do that at the end of shoot around, but I don't know why we did it today, and it worked.
You guys good?
Thank you, Coach.